The Supreme Court today heard oral arguments in a case about lower courts' authority to stop President Trump's executive order regarding birthright citizenship. This is a high profile case, and joining us to break it all down is constitutional lawyer Jeff Lewis. Jeff, thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So, as you and I were just saying before we started recording, this case is a little specific. It's not so much that the Supreme Court is actively considering the issue of birthright citizenship, but rather the authority of lower courts to interfere in the application of President Trump's executive order regarding birthright citizenship. Is that correct?
That's exactly right. The Trump administration didn't ask the Supreme Court to weigh in on the legitimacy of birthright citizenship or the merits of this constitutional argument. Instead, the narrow procedural question is whether lower courts, federal judges, have the power to issue these nationwide injunctions in this and other contexts.
So, you heard the first 45 minutes of oral arguments today. Take us through what you heard and broadly what happened in court today.
There were a lot of questions asked about where should the line be if the court were to allow nationwide injunctions to be issued by lower courts. What is a test that would, or a limiting principle where a judge could decide what is an appropriate case for issuing such an injunction? Is it that it's an egregious violation of the Constitution? Is it a facial challenge? Those are the types of questions that were asked of both sets of lawyers.
Is this case ultimately a backdoor into ending injunctions from lower courts on all issues? We've seen this happen with specifically reproductive rights cases in some cases. You hear the word injunction quite a bit these days. Does the Trump administration just want to end that ability?
Well, let's be fair to President Trump. There's been widespread criticism of nationwide injunctions from lots of administrations when it was used to restrict access to the abortion pill. One judge in Texas who issued this decision that had nationwide impact. There's been lots of opposition or concern about the scope of nationwide injunctions. So it's not really a partisan issue. And yeah, what is that issue here is not limited to just the citizenship debate, but the power of federal judges to issue relief for people who are not in front of that judge, or will everybody who's aggrieved by the citizenship question have to file their own separate lawsuits?